Hi, welcome back to our 1-year sabbatical van life trip. This week we manage the Dolomite crowds. We see the famous Tre Cime at sunrise, but it's busier than we hoped. We question a busy Via Ferrata, and we get our first flat tyre of the trip. This is my travelling trip. It's 3 AM and we are going on a sunrise hike to see Tre Cime. It's 20 past 4. There's already a steady stream of cars driving up to Tre Cime for sunrise. Literally the thing that motivates me the entire walk is having my sandwich at the top. The main car park for Tre Cime for a van is currently €60 for every 12 hours. So we have parked lower in the valley at Lago Antono, where the parking is free and we are hiking up. The problem with Tre Cime at sunrise, unlike Cicada, is that people can drive 90% of the way up, which means even at sunrise it is much busier than you'd like it to be. The local goats are happy making everyone wait though. We've decided to keep walking to do the Tre Cime loop. Should be about another 12 kilometres. Break to keep us going. Quick power nap for Reef. We're back at the van now. The walk ended up being about 18 kilometres and 1100 metres of elevation, which was definitely more than we initially anticipated. So we were a bit tired and we did end up hitchhiking back for the last kind of 3 kilometres, which was really nice. A Spanish couple picked us up and we had a good chat for 5 minutes in the car. The Tre Cime di Lavaredo mountains were formed over 2 million years ago and consists of 3 distinct peaks: Cime Grande, Cime Ovest and Cime Piccola, translating to Big Peak, Western Peak and Little Peak. We've woken up to a very flat tyre. Uh-oh! Luckily we have a spare. We are at the tyre shop now. Get 2 new rear tyres. We're not 100% sure what we're paying for. We think maybe he's fixed our tyre, so that's good, but he's just cracked on with it. So look at that. Good as new. We're going to quickly visit Cortina, have a look around the shops. Decided to try some arancinis while we're in Italy. Got 2. They're good. There's quite a few of these little picnic areas in France and Italy where there's kind of pre-made barbecues with grills on and you can just bring your own charcoal. They seem to be really popular with the locals. Time to get a few DIY jobs in the van completed. I need to do a little bit siliconing and also stick back on the midway door stopper. This double-sided sticky tape is absolutely ideal for things in the van. We've used it to just fix down quite a few different items. We stayed in this car park overnight. Overnight it was really quiet, but it has got busy this morning and it was free. We've just gone over the Falsarego Pass in the Dolomites and we're now going to do the Degli Alpini Via Ferrata. Someone asked me how Via Ferrata grades work, so I thought I'd give a quick explanation. Different countries use different systems. The Austrian system is a simple A to F scale, with A being the easiest. Germany and Switzerland use a numerical scale going from K1 to K6, where K1 is the easiest. Finally, France and Italy use a similar system to each other, which is letter-based. They both start with F, which stands for facile, meaning easy, and have 5 segments. They both end on ED, which stands for extremely difficult. So as an example, this Via Ferrata we're about to do is a C/D on the Austrian scale, a K4 on the Swiss and German scale, and a D, meaning difficult, on the French and Italian scale. It's very easy to find the grading systems online, so don't worry about remembering each of them. Some guidebooks use their own scales. We seem to have arrived at the Via Ferrata at a bad time. It is pretty busy, so we're not sure if we're going to do it or not. We have decided to not do the Via Ferrata and we've gone on a bit of a scramble instead. After our scramble, we got back down to the bottom of the Via Ferrata and it was looking much quieter, so we decided to hop on. We have unfortunately caught up with the busiest section of the Via Ferrata, so we're right at the top waiting to do the final bit.
We saw this cool looking cave from the top of the Via Ferrata, so I thought we'd come check it out. It goes pretty deep in this way, and then there's a nice little viewpoint of the Refugio and the mountains over there.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week for our last week in Italy. And remember to like and subscribe.